already spoke about that on my social media page. I want to see all young athletes.
I've previously discussed that on my social media pages, but why not? I want to see all young athletes succeed. Shakur Stevenson and Floyd Mayweather have joined forces to criticize Tank. Legendary boxer Davis Mayweather, who served as Davis's mentor in the past, has backed Stevenson, heightening the interest in the highly awaited match. I know that by saying this, I will offend people, but that doesn't bother me since I'm brave and willing to take chances. That was just something that was on my mind. Mayweather and Stevenson put Davis to the test, reiterating their belief in Stevenson's capacity to overcome him. Mayweather highlighted Stevenson's technical acumen, defensive capability, and strategic approach, stating that these traits would be crucial in securing a victory. Mayweather also commended Stevenson's work ethic and promise, asserting that the young fighter had what it takes to defeat Davis in the ring. Encouraged by Mayweather's support, Stevenson repeated the words, stating that he was excited to take on Davis. He also expressed respect for Davis as a fighter, but he made it plain that he was prepared to show that he was the better boxer. Stevenson highlighted his commitment to practice and planning, saying that he has been painstakingly developing his counter-strategy to Davis's advantages. Yet Shakur Stevenson's online critique, justified following his most recent fight. Terence Crawford and Claressa Shields contend that he just performed as expected and won the bout. The controversy started following Stevenson's match against Edwin in Los Santos last November, when fans swiftly turned into detractors, calling his performance lifeless and boring. They had a good point. Although winning the fight isn't Stevenson's main goal, he opted for caution over aggression in order to win via points rather than action. This identical situation occurred during his battle against Artem Harun last weekend, which sparked further criticism from fans. Following criticism of his performance by Shakur Stevenson, who seemed to have the whole community turned against him, Bud Crawford and T-Rex's Shields intervened to stand up for him. Terence Crawford wrote while hopping on X, "Those tiny brothers, since they aren't keeping quiet about their feelings for Stevenson, Shakur Stevenson, let them know how you feel." It's crucial to emphasize the strong brotherly bond between Crawford and Stevenson, which is amply displayed by their years of mutual support. Shortly after, the unwavering supporter of Shakur, Claressa Shields, entered the situation. She often refers to the young fighter as her little brother. Knowing that her little brother would be publicly humiliated online meant there was no hope of internal damnation, so she struck back. "You guys ruined me on the internet. Why is it acceptable for you all to express opinions? Insults discuss your feelings about anything, but Stevenson is able to defend himself since he has complied with Shields and Crawford's advice." In a barrage of tweets on the platform, Stevenson seemed to be aggressively defending himself against a wave of critics. One of his tweets read, "Bro, everybody opening their mouth with an opinion, let me tell you how I feel it after defeating Harrittunen, though Stevenson has more to say." The fans' disappointment was not unexpected. During the fight, the boos started to echo through the arena. The lively crowd from Stevenson's hometown had expected an action-packed fight, but instead what they saw was more of a running contest, with Stevenson and Harrittunen exchanging sparring briefly. In the post-fight interview, Stevenson blamed the boos on his opponent. However, when fans turned to social media, everything quickly changed. They wanted a knockout, so Stevenson responded Shakur Stevenson is officially a free agent after declining Top Rank's $15 million offer for 5 fights. He may take up bigger conflicts, but who will accept to take him on given all the criticism? Only time will tell. Stevenson thanked those who had supported him and wrote, "Tell your favorite fighters to jump in the ring. Since I'm not like that, I'll be ready." Shakur Stevenson, in the meantime, openly explained why he gave his own performance a C+. Although he acknowledged that the fight did not change the opinions of those who disapproved of his fighting style, he stated that, at the end of the day, during the first 3 or 4 rounds, he was awkward and not at all like a normal fighter. Instead, he was bouncy, which causes you to faint a little before he throws punches. At first, I thought I was getting a little adjusted, but after a while, I thought, all right, let me pick it up and start stepping too. This dude. In addition, Shakur said that Heronian was a competent fighter who knew how to survive. He clarified that fighters try their hardest to survive the full 12 rounds of combat. Shakur believed he did everything within his power to help Heronian, who was mainly concerned with staying upright during the fight. He said, "I don't know what I'm willing to do. I got to sit at the table and find out I don't know. I got to go back to the drawing board and see what I want to do C+. As I mentioned earlier, it's inevitable that guys who come in and say, I want to survive, I want to make sure I make it to round 12, will occasionally be difficult to get out of there, especially at the top level." When asked by Fight Hub TV who his dream opponent would be, he categorically replied, John Davis. Shakur stated that he was ready to return to the ring as soon as possible after taking no punishment in his most recent fight. He said, I want to fight the guys that's going to come to try to fight me, to try to win to make sure they got stuff to lose to just like me. Not guys that want to come here and just be a part of the show. Shakur also stated that he was willing to face Tank Davis and other fighters who would come to him with the intention of fighting and winning, rather than just being a spectator. Nothing bad happened to me tonight, and I'm eager to return to the R as soon as possible. Given that top promoter Bavaram revealed that talks are on for Vasyl Lomachenko to fight Davis next, Stevenson had a very obvious message for his lightweight opponent. It looks like he may have to wait a little while longer for his opportunity. In the meanwhile, free agent Shakur Stevenson and promoter Floyd Mayweather recently had a FaceTime chat, which sparked rumors that Shakur, a native of Newark, might be making a move. Mayweather has the financial resources to sign Shakur, but it's still unclear if it's the right decision for him, given his lack of broad fan appeal and lack of significance as a pay-per-view draw. The 27-year-old Stevenson hopes to land big bouts with Vasyl Lomachenko and Devon Davis. Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia's signing with Mayweather may put Shakur in a position to lure Tank Davis into his corner. But given the animosity that currently exists between Tank and Floyd Mayweather, Shakur may find it difficult to work with Mayweather Promotions. It also raises the question of why Tank would be motivated to do Mayweather any favors by agreeing to fight Shakur Stevenson